Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Sugar-Free League Season 2. Tonight we have Lane Zero Blizzard versus ReBrand.
It's just business.
And this match matters for both teams, but Lane Zero Blizzard have the potential to make things interesting if they do win tonight. They could, I believe, force a tiebreaker match between them and Paragon 5. So that's kind of what's at stake for them. ReBrand right now is sitting in 7th place at 7-9. In 6th place is US Army Esports at 9-8. So Lane Zero Blizzard really looking to secure first place, or at least a tiebreaker match with a win tonight, and then possibly get them first place here, which would really help out their seeding. So that's what they're fighting for. And after last night's performance, I really am wondering what Paragon 5 is going on. To be honest, what's going on with them, because they really struggled yesterday. They got 2-0'd and looking very beatable now. So if Lane Zero Blizzard wins, I think they've got a definite shot to win that series and take first place there. So that should be pretty interesting. But hopping into some of the picks here going on in our draft, we've got Silas being the first pick here after a Zoe, Sivir, and Nunu ban from ReBrand, and a Rek'Sai, Morgana, and Vladimir ban for Lane Zero. And the Silas first pick is very interesting. Was played both games that we saw yesterday, and proved to be pretty powerful. But interesting to see the priority there as we get young Adrian looking to maybe pick up a Draven here. He is against a Janna that we already know that has been taken by ReBrand, and Lee Sin also in that jungler spot. But Jinx going to be the final lock-in now for young Adrian. And, well, I assume this is Nautilus support. Could be Flex the top lane or even the jungle, I suppose. But Nautilus is not a very common champion at all. Very powerful CC. And can certainly make a lot of things happen. And in combination with the Jinx, maybe they'll get some kills down the bottom lane. But we'll see what they can do here. Yes, okay, so the tiebreaker comes in with Wasted Potential and Lane Zero Blizzard and Paragon 5. So it'd be a three-way tie, and then we'd have a match of some kind. There'd be all sorts of tie-breaking stuff. But basically, what we know is Lane Zero Blizzard has to win to make something happen. So the point is, if they win, they got a chance to go for the tiebreaker there. But it's complicated, and there's a lot of different scenarios that could come through there. But basically, first place still up for grabs is the lesson, the lesson we can take away from that after I am told how it actually works. But the Nautilus there in the bottom lane with the Jinx, and we get the Tristana also picked up. So both bottom lanes here locked in. We got Tristana, Janna versus Jinx, Nautilus. Of course, you'd assume possibility they move around here as some junglers being taken away now by ReBrand against Fallen. Going to get rid of the Sejuani and the Skarner there. Sejuani has been very popular for Fallen. As on the other side, Lane Zero takes away the Orianna and Kennen. So Tokashiro, interesting, he actually bans away those champions there, taking away the Sejuani and Skarner, because you feel like those are positive matchups. But I guess not wanting to give Lane Zero that old team fight fallback. But Lee Sin, should have an advantageous matchup against Sejuani and Skarner early. But just taking away key stuff all in place. As we might have a Zed. Okay, it'd be kind of crazy if Tula went for Zed. We've seen Zed a couple times, and it's done every single game I've seen Zed on stream has done fantastically. Despite what you would think with the state of the champion right now, he's done really well. But Lissandra, nope, it is going to be the Zed. So last second, Tula going for the Zed. Knows the Lux is the matchup in the mid lane here. It looks like Bezalheim is going to take that Lux. And knows it's not a support Lux because we've seen the Jaina. And now, maybe Fallen will go for that old Ivern, and the Silas would then be in the top lane. So this is actually really interesting how this draft has sort of panned out here. this isn't real. Like, this is kind of, it's kind of interesting. The team set, there's no real tanks in front of Jinx here. The Nautilus is, you know, being in the support role isn't going to be that tanky. But she's got the Ivern to buff her up, but no real front line here. So it's kind of interesting how the team comp has turned out for lane 0. But they've got a lot of damage and can get in there from pretty far away. Like Nautilus and Silas getting in there, Zed, like they have very long engage range. It feels like they're gonna get onto you. As we get Shen locked in on the other side, so it'll be Shen, Silas in the top lane, Ivern, Lee Sin in the jungle, Zed Lux in the mid lane. We got a Jinx, Nautilus versus Tristana, Janna now in the bottom lane. So a pretty interesting team comp here. Okay. So before we go over the team comp some more time, going to explain this because now Papa Skips has told me how this is going to work out. If lane 0 wins tiebreaker for first with waste potential P... If lane 0 wins, there's a tiebreaker for first between waste potential, Paragon 5, and lane 0, which we already know. But if ReBrand wins today and tomorrow, there's a tiebreaker for 6. With USA, who is currently in 6. So they're 9 and 8, and ReBrand is 7 and 9. So if ReBrand wins their next 2 games, they can make it happen and try and get a tiebreaker for 6 with US Army Esports. So that's the playoff. That's the playoff picture right now. So this match actually super important for both teams to win. Lane 0's in no matter what. They're just fighting for seeding right now, but ReBrand is sort of fighting for their lives now. So we'll see what they can do. But got some pretty interesting team comps to start it off here in game 1. The Zed, I feel like, is in a good position though to make stuff happen. He doesn't have to worry about the Janna peeling for the Tristana and all that stuff later on. But he has, I think, a pretty favorable matchup in the mid lane here against the Lux. And there's no there's a tank in Shen, but there's not like a bunch of tanky members here. All of them are very, very killable for the Zed. And he's got 2 different targets to pick up AD against. He can pick up AD against the Tristana and the Lee Sin. So, I think a situation ripe for Tooler to do some stuff. I mean, it's, the early lever is going to be annoying against the Lux, and maybe he'll get some jungle help as well. So we'll see what happens there. But I like the situation for the Zed. Does mean your only AP source is the Silas, but Silas can do plenty of damage, so you don't have to really worry about that. And we do have Lux taking that barrier, so trying to be defensive against the Zed, but Everalt standard summoner spells, nothing too crazy going around there. And that's just about it. Now we got to hop in a game. Might see some interesting keystones. We'll see. We saw Conqueror Silas last night, so maybe we'll get that again. But yeah, a few interesting keystone choices there. We'll see. We'll see what this Silas goes for, if the sub has something in mind. Just another minute or so left on the Spectre delay, and then we'll hop right in to game 1 here. Like I said, I have to leave at 9:30, so we may have this end of the series cut off. I know, I'm sorry about it. Wasn't really my choice to have to go, but someone asked for help, so I gotta help them out. But hopefully, maybe one of these teams will oblige us and make the series rather quick, so we can get all of this on stream. If the situation comes to pass where I am forced to leave at 9:30, I'll leave whatever game is currently on until it ends, and then the stream will just sit there. But yeah, I'll try and leave it open for you guys as long as possible. But if the situation where we're still in game 2, we'll miss game 3 if there is one. But we've seen a lot of 2-0, so that may not happen. For all I know, the series could end very fast. Everyone was punctual today in showing up to the lobby here, so we're off to a decently fast start. But we got plenty of time before that happens, and we're definitely going to get game 1 in here, as we are loading in now. And we do have Grasp on the Silas, so no Conquer Silas this time. pretty standard keystones here. We got the Iron actually taking the Guardian as well, so a few interesting things, but nothing too crazy. For the most part. Going in here. Okay. Got everything set up here. And we are ready to go. Game 1 underway. Lane 0 actually coming out with a lot of members here. Into this bush in the topside river. Cooler maybe trying to bait the Lux in. The Nautilus level 1 is pretty scary. The sub has found his way, but now he's caught himself. The taunt comes through, and Tokashiro looking for the execute. The sub gonna dash away. Oh, the Lee Sin goes in, but he's gonna go down. Stunned up, and First Blood comes through, sitting at desk. With the First Blood, the CC allowed the sub to survive, and Young Adrian actually had to use the heal as well, but in the end, the sub survives, and they pick up the First Blood. A very nice start now for Lane 0 Blizzard. Definitely what they were looking for on that level 1. Oops. I keep hitting the tab button by accident. Trying to alt tab out. Oh well. But now we got red buff starts for both junglers. Of course, the Ivern doesn't need a leash, and he won't get that red buff right away. He's got to run around and come back to pick up that mark. So keep an eye on these junglers in these early couple levels. Both of them can definitely gank, you know, level 2. Do something crazy. And Ivern path's always interesting. And looks like we got a little invade here. The Ivern heading over to the blue buff. On the enemy side here is Tokashiro is completely on the other side of the map. He's got his Krugs in his sights after taking that red. So it looks like that blue buff, yep, that steal was successful. Coin for the Janna as well. No Spell Thieves. And Hook gonna land here. Going in, SWBF takes a bit of damage. Gobi also gonna face take some of the damage for him. Sitting at desk did not quite have the XP for level 2 though going in there, and did not have the extra slow and CC. So no kill coming through, did not use any summoner spells, no ignite laid down. As the Ivern secured 2 buffs and now gonna get the 3rd as he's marking his own blue right now. SWF already taken very low, burned through that potion already, so that lane is not going great there in the bottom lane. Boots already picked up or sitting at desk off that first back. As we get more trading in the top lane, both have grass, so I assume gonna be a lot of slapping each other around there for a while. I feel like though if they'd known what was going to happen in game, they might have put Young Adrian on the Draven early on, considering they picked up that First Blood and could have really snowballed with that champion. Of course, you never know what's going to happen when you get in game, but we got a gank here in the mid lane. Fallen has landed the root. Now Bezalime in trouble. That light binding going to buy him some time, but now the bot lane roaming up here from lane 0, and Bezalime will fall to Tuller in the end. Picking up the kill, use the ignite on that one. A great gank by Fallen and a good rotation up from the bottom lane as well. And now, oh, Tokashiro trying to contest this. Fallen gonna use the root, and Young Adrian here coming to help out. Oh, now Tokashiro in trouble. Flash over him, sitting at desk. He's found the CC, and Young Adrian gonna find the kill. All for a Scuttle Crab, but now Fallen's gonna pick that one up. Second death for Tokashiro. Well, that's not the start you were looking for. As ReBrand trying to secure themselves a good spot in playoffs, but not having a great game 1. They need this win. Still, game's not over yet. The kills are pretty spread out, though. The gold on just about everyone here for lane 0. So we'll see what they can do. In response, ReBrand. No reason to give up yet. Still game 1. Lots of time to come back in this one. Here, but they are down a little under 2,000 gold already. At just 5 minutes in, 3 kills, and now exactly 2,000 gold. Cole picked up in the bottom lane there for SWBF. Young Adrian still is not back. He's got a lot of gold, actually. 1,500, 1,600 in the inventory there. Probably waiting for BF sword and maybe boots. Gonna clear out this next wave and maybe head back. Wanted the plate there, but sitting at desk finds another hook there on SWBF and another hop away with the rocket jump. And now the sub has stolen the ultimate down from Klein, which is huge. If he's able to use that Shen ultimate around the map, that could be massive. We did have a Silas that stole Galio ultimates in our series yesterday, which was also huge. Stealing those globals around the map is like really nice, and haven't even touched on the Silas ult steals yet, but he's got some good ones. The Shen ult, obviously his lane opponent, very good to get around the map. And here it comes! Tooler getting ulted now by the sub. Oh, the Zed goes in! Sub gonna follow with the ultimate there. And now Klein also gonna join the fight. It's a 3v3. Young Adrian still at the turret now. As Bezlam gonna rotate from mid lane, but he's still level 5. The sub able to dash out from a little bit of damage. Oh, Tokashiro in the fight now. It's going to be everyone here in the bottom lane, but it looks like lane 0 Blizzard is just going to back off here. They got out the Shen ultimate, as well as time from Tokashiro and Bezelheim, who are still very low leveled. Each a level behind their opponents now. Bezelheim going to even it up at level 6 after leveling up off those creeps, but sitting behind in XP significantly. Infernal Dragon is up, so that could be the prize if there's a fight. Tokashiro and Bezelheim looking maybe for an engage here, but it's 3v3 in the mid lane. And looks like, nope, they're just going to clear the minions and back off. Fallen maybe looking for another invade onto this blue buff. He stole the first one and maybe trying to get this second one as well. Tokashiro's gone over, trying to clear this one. Again, level 4, he's a level down. Tooler has no ultimate. He used that one earlier. Another, 30 seconds before that one comes up, and looks like the blue buff is stolen here. As already many plates taken off that bottom lane turret. That bottom lane not going super great there for ReBrand. Down 15 CS and losing a lot of plates on that turret. The gold lead mostly coming from that bottom lane. As you can see, already 1,000 gold lead between the 80 carries and 500 between the supports. As Tooler gonna have ult back up soon and ignite. He could make a play happen here. He's going in for an aggressive trade. Proxy, electrocute. We're gonna back out after that. Now he has the ultimate available. Didn't have that a moment ago, but after Lux uses her own ultimate to clear the wave, maybe he can make a play. Ezlam gonna back though. Early on. Nope. Interrupted. Now he's continuing to try and back. But young Adrian still is not back. He's at 8.5 minutes in, has not made a trip back to base yet. He's sitting on a lot of gold right now. He's got 2,800 gold in the inventory. 1,200 for SWBF. That's a lot of gold to be in your inventory at any given time. Like, that's a pretty insane amount. Looks like we're gonna need a quick pause here, so I'm just gonna hide the map and just gonna go to a different screen here so that no one can see where anyone is on the map. So that no one gets an advantage there. There was a small window where they could have seen it anyway, but just want to be careful. So I won't talk about where anyone is yet. I'm told that we want to be careful about these things, so just making sure. But the situation, not great for ReBrand to start things off here. Down 2,800 gold here at 8.5 minutes. 3 kills to 0. And, oh, alright, we're back. Nice. Just a quick pause there. And as I was saying, down a lot of gold right now. They're not doing well in, like, any lane. Really, they're just surviving everywhere. But sometimes that's all it takes, right? You just survive, and then you get a 4-item Tristana, and she kills everything. That could be the route here. They have invested in the Cull, which... it's an investment. It's a big investment there into your economy, but when you do make those big investments early on, if you're able to just kind of hang on and wait for those couple extra items, you get it. You can make up the difference you've lost between you and your opponent. You know, if you have lost turret plates early on, the turret itself. So that Cull could be huge in keeping SWF in a good position there. Fortunately, he's got to get the CS though, so maybe got to get that CS under the turret, but he's trying, man. Tristana, one of the trickiest champions to last it on, underneath turrets. Very tough too, because if you take one CS, then you screw up the rest of them, and it's a real nightmare. But now with the BF sword, it makes it easier because you just kill the whole wave. So it's like, hey, I just right click a bunch, and now wave clearing's easier. But early on, she's difficult to do things with. Jhin is also a champion that's like that. Can really be annoying to last hit with Jhin early on. Later on in the game, again, you kill the wave pretty fast, but he's actually one of those champions that the entire game you have to worry about last hitting. Tristana, not so much. You just got to worry about it early on, and then you kill the whole wave. Jhin sort of like, well, I got to set up the CS so that my grenade bounces and all that stuff. As SWBF looks like, yep, he's having some connection issues here, so I'm getting a couple more pauses. He was just kind of sitting there. Young Adrian, though, being a good sport, didn't continuously auto him and gaining an advantage that way. Because it was pretty clear he DC'd. So SWF having some connection issues, we'll hopefully get that resolved and get this game back underway soon enough. But already this Zed is getting to be pretty scary. He doesn't quite have the Dustblade yet, but he's got a lot of parts. Has the Warhammer and the Serrated Dirk. So you can definitely blow someone up here. The stopwatch already in the inventory now for Bezelheim. I believe that was a rune. Yeah, I believe that was a rune stopwatch. Has the pen boots and some armor, so like Bezelheim isn't really anywhere near an item, but he's potentially got defenses against the plays from the Zed. Redemption gonna be first item here for Fallen, and Rod of Ages there for the sub in the top lane. And Klein already investing in some grievous wounds there with that chain vest, or bramble vest rather. Chain vest, different item. Unfortunately, that means he's, in order to get grievous wounds though, right, as the Shen, you have to not buy MR basically against the sub. So it's kind of a worst of both worlds there. But this turret in the bottom lane already going down pretty low. Sitting at desk has gone in though. Ult's gonna be used. Gobi, one more auto. He's gonna go down. Young Adrian with a kill. SWF gonna hop away. The red buff ticking, and Tuller gonna flash over the wall. Oh, Shen ultimate used, but it's not good enough. The sub though, he went too far. He's gonna get killed in the top lane. Taunted underneath the turret. He goes down. Tuller now in trouble. Gonna get killed by that resonating strike now. And oh, the CC coming through. Tokushiro able to hop, but not far enough away. And now the flash away from Bezelheim. The red buff still ticking on him from Young Adrian. The zap gonna land as well, but he'll get away. And wow, that was a big swing there in the bottom lane. LZBLZ continuing to extend their lead here. Almost 5,000 gold. Almost 5,000. A little bit under here is the gold lead. And now gonna pick up an Infernal here, so that gold lead is effectively even more here with the extra stats. And when you have already three really scary... Oh, well now the hook comes in. Sitting at desk is found Gobi. Oh, but SWBF able to find the kill on the enemy carry. Now Fallen in trouble. Double kill now for SWBF. Ult stolen by the sub. He finds the kill on Tristana. Klein, though, with the TP. He's trying to help out. Gobi with a good tornado. Knocks up both. Klein can make this happen, but Tuller is rotating. Oh, and the sub finds the kill with a stolen Tristana ult over the wall. Tokushiro coming in now. He finds a good kick onto the sub to bring him back in, but Tuller finds the kill now onto Tokushiro. Klein, he's autoing the sub, and actually Bezelheim going to come in with a kill in the end. So many deaths. Sitting at desk gets away. So does Tooler. But a few other members of Lane 0 fall. I mean, it's just a lot of deaths overall. 9 to 5 in kills now at just 12 minutes. We're over the kill a minute mark here. Bloody game so far as Magi is picked up by Bezeline. That's an aggressive one. As now Tooler, he's trying to find the kill. The ult used. Young Adrian here as well. The redemption in, and now they find the kill. Tooler with that pop on the death mark. He didn't even go for the death play. Went for the Youmu's first, but he finds the kill here. And that Magi's maybe a little bit of regret there for Bezelheim. That was his first item. He doesn't even have, like, Lost Chapter or Ludens or anything yet. He is Magi's and Pen Boots. That's all he's got, man. That is... ReBrand, they looked like they were turning it around, and then they just kind of died in the mid lane, and I don't know. That's not exactly how they want... That's not exactly how they wanted that play to go, but they do get Fuse kills back. Maybe can stabilize here, but Tooler... Oh, he's making a play, maybe trying to go on SWBF here. The Infernal Drake's still up. Young Adrian here trying to kite away. Good health. The Guardian going to buy him a bit of room. As the auto's raining down already, he hurts quite a bit. Does not have a completed item yet, but already got a lot of AD and invested in the Zeal early on. As Daisy going to be summoned, looks like they're going to go for the Infernal once again. Klein's ult is going to be stolen now. So the sub and Klein both have access to that Shen ultimate now. Tokashiri's trying to go in for the steal. He's made it into the pit. The smite isn't there. Oh no, down Tokashiro goes. It was a good attempt. He got the dragon down to 50 HP with a smite, but in the end dies and is not able to steal it. That could have been really nice, and he almost did it. A matter of inches, really, was that play. Klein gonna miss that taunt. The sub, though, not winning these trades like he wants to. Sitting at desk has found Bezelheim, though. Oh, the stopwatch gonna be used, but it's just a waste. Tooler's still gonna pick up the kill with the help of Fallen Artemis and the rest of lane 0, at least the bottom lane. Zodia's, well, the Seeker's Arm Guard getting picked up for Bezelheim. He's still trying to find some armor, just get his item. His first item would be good. Taunt to land here by Tooler. He's going to get out with his shadow, and now the hook going to come through. They found 2 kills already. Oh, excuse me, that first one. Klein falling, though, means no front line. Tokashiro's nowhere near tanky enough to stand up to anyone right now. And lane 0 Blizzard off to a blistering pace here. 15 minutes in, 13 kills. By themselves, they are almost at a kill a minute here. 29.7 thousand goals here to 22,000 on the other side for ReBrand. So you'd say a pretty overwhelming advantage right now as lane 0 looking to take this one early. We'll see if they can do it, but they still got to close this one out. You'd say they're heavily favored in this first game, but closing games out like these is sometimes harder than it appears. Easier said than done. Rift Herald is up, though, 16 minutes in. That's probably the next objective here. Especially considering you've already taken out that the mid and bottom turret, just the top turret remaining here. As Tokashiro and Bezelheim, Tokashiro needs to kick defensively, but he's already dead. Bezelheim now with the Shen ult is going to flash over the wall. He buys himself some time, but the Ignite is here. Oh, and he gets jumped on now by the sub. Klein also in trouble. Tooler and the sub trying to make this kill happen. They've already found 2. Can they find 3? Yes, they can. Tooler with the last hit. Now potential dive sitting at desk going in. He's got ultimate. Gonna use it on SWBF. Pop away. Hook lands onto Gobi. Rocket coming through. Gobi eats that one. SWBF and Gobi gonna survive for now, but they're gonna lose the turret in the meantime. Daisy also helping out there. Rift Herald still up, but young Adrian in lane 0 continuing to push here as the sub is working his way on the turret in the mid lane, and Tuller in the bottom lane. Now the call has come in to go to the Rift Herald here, 17 minutes in. 16 kills, again, just barely off the pace of 1 kill a minute. I mean, they are really, any opportunity they get to kill someone, they're doing it. The sub going to flash out of that light binding, though. Steal an ultimate on the way out as well. As Rift Herald going to be picked up now by Fallen. Yep, Fallen picked that one up. Tokashiro going to clear up these Raptors here. Almost stolen by a little zap there. Ardent Sensor already completed for Fallen, though. Redemption and Ardent Sensor online. Plus, you've got the AD carry there with the Infinity Edge and soon to be a second Zeal item. Or a first Zeal item, a second item total. Assume that'll be the Runin's first based on the double dagger in the inventory here. Bezel, I'm going to miss that life binding. But right now, 50 CS lead there in between the 80 carries, and a few more kill involvements mean that young Adrian has quite a big gold lead there. But CS leads basically everywhere. Means that lane 0 pretty comfortably in the lead here. Is Tuller going to make a play in the mid lane? He's found Bezlaim, and Bezlaim's going to die. The hook not even necessary from sitting at desk, but gets him an assist, so why not go in there anyway? As now the inner turret taken out. Tokashiro in trouble. Gobi gonna block the rocket though. Well, he might die himself. The rocket's raining down from the engine. The flash over into the enemy base. He needs a few more. The zap gonna miss. A good flash away, but SWF retreating all the way to the fountain. A flash over from young Adrian all alone here. It's just 19 minutes in. Lane 0 is gonna take this one in fast here. 20 minutes they're gonna break the base. Again, just 1 kill off a kill a minute by themselves. Do have another dragon up, but I don't know if they're planning to retreat just yet. They're sitting in wait in this brush. Oh no, Bezelheim. Oh my goodness, the cheese was so obvious, but down he goes. Tokashiro now in trouble as well. The rockets raining in from young Adrian. The Runin's Hurricane spreading the rockets out. A double kill for young Adrian, and Zed gonna come in. Tuller picks up a few of his own. The ace is here, and looks like lane 0 is gonna end this one. They might finish the game before 20 minutes here, especially considering they've got a Jinx. Can they race it down? 23 kills in. They've beaten the 1 kill a minute pace. And at 20 minutes, oh no, just after, 20 minutes and 2 seconds, young Adrian and lane 0 Blizzard gonna take this one. The kill leader, actually Tuller here with 10 kills, 20 minutes in. I mean, that lane 0 Blizzard took it to him and took it to him hard and fast. I mean, that was just a slaughter. Excuse me. Just absolutely. I mean, when they got an advantage and they just kept ramming it down their throats. 20 minutes and 2 seconds is the score. Is the time anyway. 23 kills was the total in the end for lane 0. That's a rough one to bounce back from, but this can show us what ReBrand is made of, right? I mean, if you're going to win in the playoffs in the later stages of the season, you got to bounce back from these types of losses and make stuff happen, right? It's a series, it's 3 games, it's best of 3 for a reason. We are in the lobby here for game 2, so I assume we'll be getting into games shortly, or at least into Champ Select, and then a little wait, and then in the game. But should be making our way there soon. And you know, after game 1, you have to start asking yourself what really went wrong, because it's not just the champions there, right? It's not just, all right, well, we banned away Zed and we're fine, right? There's something else. Obviously, the level 1 wasn't a great start, right? But I don't think you can blame that on the champion picks there. I think the execution was the bigger problem there. So maybe you ban away the Zed or the Jinx here, but you definitely have to go back and look at this one and change your game plan. in some capacity here. As lane 0 are going to stay on the same side. Excuse me, I haven't even added the... They did win that game. I got to add the score to them. Forgot to do it. There we go. All set up there. Lane 0 Blizzard 1 up. 1 game up now. Over ReBrand. And, well, I mean, if they have a game that was just as fast as game 1, we won't have to worry about time constraints at all. But it looks like ReBrand going to go back, you know, say, all right, we're going to ban away Fallen again. We didn't like the plays he made on the Ivern, and we want to take away that Sejuani again. So ReBrand going to attack the jungle pool again here. And on the other side, lane 0 sticking to similar, the exact same, actually. Vladimir, Morgana, Rek'Sai are their bans, and ReBrand, we'll see what they do last, and then Nunu coming in. So they're saying we're attacking the jungle pool again. That's our decision. We think that the way to beat lane 0 right now is to attack Fallen here. They're going to send 3 jungle bans at him and try and weaken lane 0 that way. But in doing so, they've given over the first pick Sylas once again. The Zed is open. You saw how that went. Excuse me, how that went. Still getting over a little bit of cold here. So you're like, all right, well, how do we combat the Zed? How do we combat the Sylas? And that's the question you got to answer here is ReBrand. But gonna go with the Ezreal here in response. Not gonna be a Jaina Tristana bot lane. Maybe gonna be more passive. Maybe an Ezreal Braum. Maybe an Ezreal and Tom Kench. Just really something really passive down there. Maybe that's their decision, right? And try and say, all right, bot lane plays safe. Tokashiro on the Skarner here is going to run around and try and help out the solo lanes. That's how they're going to solve that issue. If that's the decision, right? What is Fallen going to take in the jungle now? Skarner, though, going to be the choice for Tokashiro. We'll see if that goes. I mean, that's 4 junglers taken away from Fallen. But Braum is going to be given over in response as well. Sitting at desk, going to pick up Braum. I mean, that's like a really nice pick to get. And it looks like young Adrian going to go back to the Sivir. So they're going to be safe in the bot lane too. It looks like both bot lanes going to be very, very safe for the most part. And it's just going to come down to short trades and who can really just last it better here. We're going to get very basic mechanics here. Is Bezelheim going to pick the Nami for Gobi now. So Ezreal Nami here versus Braum Sivir. The bot lane is going to be picked up in the first rotation once again, like in game 1. But now Zed going to be banned here. So interesting, actually, that they let it slip through. But I guess the theory is Tuller, he can't play it 2 games in a row. Bezlam's going to come up with something else to be a counter. So he's like, all right, fine. Let him ban away the Zed. I'm going to play something else this game anyway. And let him waste a ban. All right. And Cannon also going to be banned on the other side for lane 0. So now we have the basically both solo lanes for ReBrand left up as they ban away another jungler here. This is essentially 5 junglers taken away from Fallen right now. Like 4 bans and a Skarner, which I assume is something he would pick. So you've taken away 5 junglers from Fallen. Like, what is his decision now? I mean, he's played stuff. He's played the Kindred. Like, he's got other picks. It just does that work this game because Kindred, something you need priority laners for. What is the option here? But Jax gonna be the option here for Klein. It looks like 9-line Klein gonna go with a Jax, and now young Adrian. What is he gonna pick up here for Fallen or Tuller? Maybe Sylas will actually be mid lane here. We have a Maokai hover. I assume the sub was gonna take the Sylas again, but no, back to the swing. Okay, well, this still doesn't tell us where everyone's going, but now this does. Malphite gonna be the option in the top lane, it looks like, for the sub against the Jax, and Tuller gonna take the Sylas in the mid lane here. So okay, never mind then. Is it Sylas jungle? That's the only explanation I have. Is this is Sylas jungle with Malphite top lane and Syndra mid lane here for Tuller, which means that Malphite would go against Jax and Bezlime now is the counter pick in mid lane against the Syndra. And Zoe gonna be the option here. Zoe, a champion that's come back in popularity. LeBlanc has been the favorable matchup against the Zoe. Syndra can go toe-to-toe with the Zoe, but you have to go more defensive with the summoner spells like Tuller has gone here with the cleanse to combat the Zoe. So you have, a little bit of disadvantage there in the summoner spells, and she's just a really tough champion to deal with in lane no matter what here. So Tuller, he had a fantastic game 1. Can he follow it up, though, with a great game 2 performance in a matchup that I wouldn't say favors him here. But also the sub, he has a disadvantageous matchup here up against the Jax. So this game could go a lot longer than just the 20 minutes and 2 seconds we had in game 1. This game could last a while. We'll see what happens, but yeah, lane 0, much different look here than they had in game 1. And a jungle Silas, I've seen him play jungle, but he's mostly been a solo laner here in the mid or top lanes. But based on how the draft phase ran, necessitated Silas being put there in the jungle with Fallen because they had 5 junglers taken away from him, which is a hard thing to do, but they did it. So ReBrand really does not like Fallen today. But still, lane 0 Blizzard up 1-0 here. And off the back of a dominant game 1, you've got Sivir Braum. I mean, I still feel confident about that bottom lane. Tuller has had some good games on Syndra in the past, and you get a Malphite for team fights. I mean, I think this is okay, honestly, for you. I like this for them. For lane 0. But on the other side, ReBrand does have some I don't think a team fighting composition, but they've got a lot of poke between the Zoe and Ezreal, and they've got a lot of pick potential there with the Skarner. So I think they fare much better earlier on, because I think you've got 2 winning lanes, and then bot lane is going to go pretty even there. Ezreal and Nami will have a slight advantage with their range, but should be a pretty even bottom lane for the most part. But I think mid and top are winning lanes unless Tuller can outplay Bezelheim here. And even if the sub plays well in the top lane, he should pretty much just lose that. I mean, that's Malphite right for you. Malphite loses lane. I mean, that's just kind of what he does. Unless he's up against specific champions. I remember Malphite was a counter pick to Mundo, where the Malphite would go Comet and would take a bunch of mana and like AP things. And then he'd rush Morellonomicon when it was changed to obviously do Grievous Wounds in the past. But this is when Mundo was really popular in LCK. One of the teams used Malphite as a counter pick. So they'd rush Morellonomicon, get Grievous Wounds out of that, and then transition into tank Malphite. So they'd have like a tank for the team fight later on, but they also have this like thing that could actually combat the Mundo in the side lane. It was really quite interesting. But now he's in a bad matchup. He's Malphite versus Jax. Like, you can survive that, no problem, but you're not winning anything there. Unless the jungler makes a trip there. Which, I don't know how Silas ganks, but he does have CC, so maybe it's pretty good. I don't know. I think this is going to be a learning experience for all of us here. Just a few more seconds here, and then we'll start loading in, and then we're ready for game 2. And there we go. Okay. And away we go. Lane 0 Blizzard up 1-0 here over ReBrand. We'll see if they could make it 2-0 here and take the series really quickly. Had a very fast game time in game 1, 20 minutes and 2 seconds. Is the Predator Skarner? Wouldn't expect anything else, but the Comet Malphite as well. So is trying to at least do something in lane here as we hop in. Probably going to take Corrupting Potion or maybe a Doran's Ring. Could also be the option for him. Gonna be the corrupting potion. So yeah, gonna get a little bit more mana out of that thing and be able to spam those Qs early on. Roll a stone into Jackson. It does a lot of damage, and that poke is actually really annoying. But gives you more lane presence. I still don't think this is a winning lane for him, but can be, you know, be annoying and make life a little bit more difficult on the Jax early on. But we've got a Braum level 1 and a Skarner, which means we could have some fighting over some Spires. Or, nope. Looks like everyone... Okay, here we go. Tokashir and Bezlime looking for the Spire in the top side. Tooler going to land a little bit of damage here. Sub also going to throw some in. So a little bit of poke coming out. Bezlime going to hit his Cupid. Oh, we got 4 members roaming up here from Lane 0 Blizzard. They're trying to make a play, and a lot of damage taken. Oh, Tokashiro gets stunned up here by Fallen. A few more autos could do it. Oh, Tokashiro! Oh, he's so close to dying. Flash away the boomerang! Oh my god! The blind boomerang over the wall from young Adrian to secure the first blood. I don't know what the... that was insane. He didn't know where he was. He guessed. He flashed into a guess. I mean, if you missed that, that's so embarrassing here. Now is Tooler going to take an aggressive fight level 1 against Bezlime, but his cooldowns are a lot shorter, and he's getting those corrupting potion autos in, and Bezlime's going to be forced to flash over that one. He's going to survive, but he's got no health. Tooler flashing in. A few more autos will do it. Bezlime! No, he's going to go down. Tooler to the turret. Tooler survives. The corrupting potion's being huge there. Both mid laners use both summoner spells, though. Here's we get more fighting between the sub and Klein. Again, can't forget that this whole thing started with a first blood level 1 and a 3v4 in the river. Ah, what a start. What a start. Klein, though, with level 2 advantage. Yep, he's winning this lane. And from that first blood, a longsword is purchased here by young Adrian. So we'll help them a little bit in the fighting early on. But SWF has that Doran shield. Young Adrian with a Doran shield as well. So both bot laners, I think, playing pretty pretty passively early on. We get a potential invade here. The Silas did start on the top side. And Togashiro here on the Skarner trying to make an invade happen. He's level 2. Fallen's level 2. Both mid laners are about to be level 3 in just a second here. It looks like the invade gonna be called off. The Braum was rotating over. So Fallen is gonna pick up his red buff. Togashiro is gonna be forced to run back out to his side of the jungle. Fallen still level 2 after that red buff. May pick up the Krugs, and that'll be level 3. Maybe that's the time for a gank. Tokashiro, though, making his way to the top side. Looks like he's going to go for a full clear of his jungle. Then going to go back for boots and get that Predator. After that invade was unsuccessful, going to just back off and look for that Predator gank timing. He will have red buff when he comes back out after the back, so that's the timing for the gank. Level 3 with Predator. Actually, I think he'll be level 4 after the Krugs if he does do them. I'm not a big jungler here, but Tooler taking another good trade there in the mid lane. Yeah, I'm not a big jungler, so when I play jungle, I don't full clear. It's solo queue. I'm ganking, man. You can't full clear in solo queue. Otherwise, you know every single lane has died twice by the time you're done with that thing. So you gotta get out there and gank, my man. Dragon spawning in just a moment here. Got the Cloud Drake up first, because actually pretty valuable for both sides. The movement's a lot of melee champions, a lot of champions that don't have like dashed gap closers, so could be useful. As Tooler gonna take a big chunk here. Bezline doesn't even have to use his real ignite, can he get the fake one in? Tooler though, running low on mana, he's gonna have to back very soon, especially after taking the chunk after that trade. Using Last Corrupting Potion charge as we speak. But even in CS, pretty much everywhere, slight advantages here or there, but again, overall pretty even. Some armor picked up early. In the top lane, we got a gank here in the mid lane. Bezline in a lot of trouble. Fallen with a good gank. One more auto. Tooler will do it. Tokushiro coming in. The cleanse from Tooler, though, will stop that ignite. Tokushiro gonna find the last auto. And now he's in a 1v1 against Fallen Artemis with a red buff. Fallen might just go down. He's gonna be forced to run. And, oh, trading back on this one. He might have gone too far, though. Has flash to get out if he needs it. Gonna use the Chilling Smite, though, to buy some room. And he will survive, but mid laner's traded out. But a second kill for Tooler, meaning he's gonna be pretty far ahead in this matchup, I think, when he comes back. In terms of gold, has just the 2 deaths and an assist for Bezline. As the sub now in trouble, the sub! Solo kill for Klein. He's going to survive the turret, the Triumph. Huge. The sub already is the ultimate. Had no chance to turn that one around. Klein with the solo kill. As young Adrian now in trouble. Oh no, the spell shield too late. The ignite comes through. Agobi going to find the kill. Oh my goodness. Young Adrian got his back interrupted and he's like, alright, well, I'm just going to attack you, Gobi. I'm going to punish you for stopping my back. But then he falls to the Mystic Shot, the Ignite, and a few autos. Looks like it's going to be the Frozen Gauntlet first for the sub. Not a Frozen Heart, I don't think. Klein getting aggressive again here with a Conqueror proccing. Invest the ult into that trade, though. This is the life of a Malphite, isn't it? Another aggressive trade here from Klein. The counter-strike gonna come through. Finds the stun. He might find the kill. Sub forced to flash. Still doesn't have ultimate up yet. Bezline, though, is being boxed out from his turret right now. Here comes the gank in the mid lane, though. Tokushiro with the suppression. Tooler in trouble. Flash away. The unleashed power comes through, but Tokushiro's still alive. He's finding a few more. Oh, he gets the kill before he dies. Tooler able to outplay the 2v1 and find the kill. He trades himself out in the end, though. And a gank at the top lane. The sub finds the kill here. A gank from Fallen. Very nice swing there for LZBLZ. Find a 2-for-1 trade overall across the map. And another kill for Tooler. Bezline gets the kill in the end, but 2-for-1 outplay, and then they get the gank working in the losing lane in the top side. So I think what LZBLZ wanted there. Just about 9 minutes in. The gold almost dead even here. A slight advantage right now for ReBrand. Like, okay. Now it's slight advantage for LZBLZ. Again, very slight advantages going back and forth here. A few turret plates taken away and whatnot. One plating already taken in both the mid and top lanes there for ReBrand. But yeah, it's like very, very close in gold here. Just 100 gold or so separating these teams. Definitely not the immense advantages we had in Game 1 for LZBLZ that allowed them to end the game at 20 minutes. So this game may last much longer, or we could see an explosion in the next couple minutes where one of the teams breaks out and takes a commanding lead. It's tough to say, but with no important Drake up, well, always good to get a dragon, but it's not a huge one to contest here. But we got to play in the bottom lane. Oh, going to be invested from young Adrian and sitting at desk. Ignite coming through. Flash from young Adrian is going to find the kill. The heal also going to make sure he gets out. SWF now getting turned around on. The boomerang's coming through. Flash away from SWF. He's got to get out of there. And there you go. 2v2 kill for sitting at desk and young Adrian. Very nice play from them. The bot lane showing their power now. Now a gank in the top side. Tokashiro's here. He's got ultimate, but the sub going to use the unstoppable force. Oh no! The pullback! The sub going to go down. Tokashiro thought he might die to the turret, but he's okay. The sub almost made it out of there, but not quite. No flash meant no second dash to escape, and now some turret plate's going to be taken away, and no one to respond here. Fallen is across the map. Tuller, though, with a great dodge out. Oh, wow. Won that trade handily. Fantastic footwork. Going to help him out of that one. As all the plates in the top lane will be taken down. This turret going to stand for a little bit longer here. The sub, no TP, though. But a gank in the bottom lane. Fallen is here. He steals Gobi's ultimate. Going to find the knock up here on SWF. The stun going to come through, and SWF going to go down. Fallen with the kill. Wow, that was a fantastic gank. Good awareness for to steal that ult from Gobi from Fallen there. Got the Nami ultimate and found the knock up there on an SWF. I don't know if that gank works out otherwise. Now the Drake will be taken. Fallen going to head over to that cloud with the help of the bottom lane. Young Adrian sitting at desk having a good game so far after a very good game in game 1. Tuller has dominated this mid lane matchup in these first 2 games. Has died twice in this game already. Meaning this matchup is not lost completely yet. Potential for Bezalheim to do something. I mean, mid-game Zoe is still mid-game Zoe. She can kill someone from a screen away, so. Maybe he can make a big play then. Maybe the laning is just not where Bezalheim is going to shine today. But Silas is going to go for the AP jungle item there. Runic Echo's not going to go for Cinderhulk or anything, like play full tank. He's going to get the AP here. But Cinderhulk on the other side for Tokashiro on the Skarner. As one would expect. Oh. Just Bite going to find his way in here, but Tokashiro coming in for the gank. The Predator's here. Gobi's in trouble, though. He's very low, going to heal up himself. Flash and off away from sitting at death. There's pressure coming through, but that's not long enough. Fallen's going to pull Tokashiro back with his own ultimate. Find the kill now. Sitting at desk, going to go down here. Bezalheim finds that kill. Now Fallen and young Adrian going to have to get out of there, but in the meantime, Tuller's been working on this mid lane turret. So that roam going to cost Bezalheim a little bit. Klein with another good trade here in the top lane. Conqueror proccing once again. The sub really can't walk very far up here. He's got the Iceborne Gauntlet, but he still can't trade with him. He's Malphite, man. Just 2 turret plates left there on that mid lane turret, so Tuller gonna get a lot of gold off of it, but he did give up that roam to the bot lane, which gets the kill. Oh, here, both mid laners gonna stun each other up. "14 minutes in, the plating has fallen. Eight to 6 in kills here. So again, at that 1 kill a minute pace we had in game 1. Gold still very, very close. 300 gold separating the teams right now, both at 23,000. First turret still has yet to drop. Interesting to see what young Adrian goes with here for a second item as we get a little bit of a play in bot lane. Gobin going forward with the ultimate again. Sitting it just going to block that ultimate though, and maybe going to turn this one around. He'll use SWF now running away. Dodges out on that Winter's Bite, but young Adrian here with the autos. No, SWF, young Adrian barely survived. Flash forward though, Gobin going to find the kill in the end, and now Tokushiro, he's found the pull on the tool underneath the turret. Tokushiro with the ultimate. He's going to find the kill, but meanwhile in the bottom lane, both of LZBLZ members have dropped. A pretty surprising 2v2 that they lost there. You would have thought they would win that one after winning the lane so far. But top lane gonna drop there. The Jax picks up the first turret solo. Now Bezlime, oh, the Sleepy Trouble Bubble just barely gets him away. And now the turret in the bot lane under fire as well. Looks like it will be a Zeal item second here for young Adrian. I was gonna say, it's kind of interesting to see what they go for. I saw some people going for Infinity Edge second after Essence Reaver. You try and rush out that extra crit damage, and you get the same amount of 50, you know, the extra bonus crit damage, and you still 50% crit off the 2 items. But it's obviously more expensive, so your 2 item spike comes later, and you don't have as much attack speed, so you only have Berserker's attack speed and your normal attack speed steroids in your kit. So, kind of interesting. But turret will be taken in the bottom lane in response. Adrian gonna even up the score there in the bottom lane, but the turret score is still 2-2 overall as well. But the trade on the other side was mid and top lane turrets. Bezlime with the poke coming through. He's gonna find the kill. Setting at desk goes down. No one blocks for him. Bezlime though, he went too far. He's gonna fall down. SWF with the ult over the wall, but he's going to get killed by Fallen Artemis. Now Klein in on young Adrian, but Fallen in the sub are coming back in to help out. He's going to get slowed up, and the counter-strike going to come through, but he goes down. Double kill for the sub. They have the Infernal Dragon and Rift Herald to take. Infernal Dragon is closer, so that will be a decision, of course, but potential to rotate over to the Rift Herald after this. The gold lead still under 1,000 here as Tokushiro trying to come in for the steal. He's just going to waddle his way back out. Tokushiro, though, with the ultimate. He's used suppression, but the dragon resets. He's not in smite range. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Tokushiro, he tried for the steal and almost got it, but the dragon reset. Got too much health, could not burn it down in time. Lane 0 get the Infernal Dragon up 4 kills, even in turrets, but have a slight gold lead here. One of the biggest gold leads of the game, just over 1,000. About 1,400 or so. Well, it keeps shifting because people keep killing stuff, but you get my point. You get my point. Looks like it'll be Phantom Dancer second here out of young Adrian as well. Protobelt second out of Fallen, and now he's got a Fiendish Codex. It looks like that'll be Zonia's. So he's going pretty heavy into the AP. But now, 19-20 in. We've got a much slower game on our hands. Definitely not going to end it at 20 minutes and 2 seconds this time for lane 0. Going to take them a little longer. Rift Herald going to despawn soon. So it looks like no one's going to pick that up this game. Unless they do it really fast. But no, it's gone. Goodbye, Rift Herald. Goodbye, Shelly. Hello, Baron. Some wards being cleared out, though, in preparation for that Baron. Very nice. Very nice vision control. Sub, though, in a pretty long lane here against the Jax. Makes his life kind of difficult. Has TP, so does Klein. Both top laners can join. The Sub, again, going to get jumped on here by Klein. He's going to run away. He's got... Oh, now we walked back a little bit too far. Klein, again, jumping on him. Klein did use the ultimate, though, and the Sub still has his. Again, a lot of armor being picked up there for the Sub. The Tokashiro's here in the side lane. Flash forward. They're going to find the pick here onto the Sub. All the, okay. He got out for a moment there, but quickly followed by Klein on that Jax. So 21 minutes in. A kill in the bottom lane, but that's going to trade the outer turret there in the top lane. Inner turret in the bot lane, though, going to go over for ReBrand, so... Definitely a trade they'll take, though. They do lose Togashiro's flash, and we're at 21.5 minutes when Baron is spawned. So that flash actually very, very important right now. Jungler flashes when Baron is up are more important than usual. Both for getting away and surviving and potential steals. Spear of Shojin now picked up for Klein, so he's got 2 items and 40% CDR there. And that Spear of Shojin can really help, like getting more CDR. Pretty crazy. That's WBF. Forced to shift away. I believe Skarner will stolen. Yes, Fallen has stolen the Skarner ultimate. So he will have access to a suppression as well. Like he did earlier on in the game. So now, Baron going to be started up, looks like. Again, Fallen has access to suppression, so maybe giving them a little bit more confidence to go for this one. But now backing off, realizing the enemy team knows what's going on, and comes over. Lane 0, gonna play, back off and play it. Safe here, gonna clear out the wards once again. But now a pick possible, Gobi in trouble. Fallen's gonna find the kill, walk too far forward that time. Someone had a face check though. Jax is alone. He could have continued his split for that bot lane inhibitor, but he's going to go to the dragon instead. He's going for that cloud dragon instead of trying to make a play on the inhibitor turret. He did not know everyone was here. But the poke coming in from Bezelime making this Baron super difficult to take. Stun comes through though, and looks like they're going to find Bezelime. Bezelime goes down. Tokashiro in trouble as well. One more auto in the stun. There you go, stunned up, and now Tokashiro going to go down. SWF. Flash. Oh, Fallen. Can he get him? Flash forward from sitting at desk. They've slowed up SWF. They're going to find the kill in the end. That's 3 dead. Gobi just respawned, and the Jax went ahead and based and is now here. So it's 3 kills, but they're too low. Not going to be able to do the Baron. Else they could get aced by Gobi and Klein. So, reset again, go back to the Baron, but now lane 0 with a slightly bigger gold lead. We'll see what they can do. With that, but now, back to the vision control of Baron. Again, sorry if my voice disappears for a little bit. It's probably because I'm coughing. And I'm muting myself to try and not annoy you guys. But, like I said, back to Baron play. We tried it once, a couple people died, didn't work out, so we're trying it again. No dragon on the table, but we do have an inhibitor turret available for Klein if he wins this flip push. Now a pick possible. Sitting at death, being pulled back in. He's able to hop away, and the Guardian might keep him alive for a little bit longer. Oh, actually, stopwatch. He's going to stay alive. And now Fallen Artemis with a stolen Star ult. He's going to find the kill onto Bezelheim. 2 down. SWF and Bezelheim both dead. This could be an opportunity for Baron here. They don't have a tank to tank it. The sub now coming over, but sitting at desk has to go back. He's too low. So just Vision being cleared out right now. Sitting at desk now coming out of base. This is a little bit risky here. Fallen has a level advantage, level 13 to level 12, but Tokashiro has Flash up. Plus, well, Predator's not up. Ultimate not up either, but he's got Flash. We'll see if someone can come up big here. The Smite is going to be crucial. There are control wards left. One more to check the pit for Tokashiro. Here comes Azrael Ulto. The flash in! Oh no, Young Adrian secures the Baron, and now Tokashiro goes down. The sub over the wall. Oh, sitting at desk, hopping over to help out, and so is Fallen. They find the kill. 2 dead. Top and jungle fall now for ReBrand. And it looks like Lane 0 comes away with the Baron, and then has not lost the inhibitor on the bottom lane either. Klein decided to come to the Baron, did not to split. Played with his team, and now died for it, and they've lost the Baron. I mean, this is a huge swing in the game. They've preserved their base and secured Baron. Lane 0, it's taken a little bit longer than game 1. But they're 27 minutes in. They've got Baron. They could end it off this push. Legitimately, they could end this thing. They push so fast with Sivir. Just the minions, like, Sivir deletes minion waves, but also, like, you have a really strong AD carry on 3 items to kill these turrets with. Plus, new AP ratios make taking turrets easier. Here comes, nope, the call forward. Not quite able to find the engage on a Bezelheim that time. But they've got the minions coming in. That ult also speeds up minions from Young Adrian. That Sivir call to battle is answered by those little blue and red guys there. Now looks like they're gonna send the sub to clear the wave in the bottom lane while they push the mid lane here. The rest of lane 0 poking around trying to. Oh, Young Adrian takes a huge chunk out. Bezelheim with big poke. That's a lot of damage. If he can poke out Young Adrian, he can stop this push from happening. Skarner ult gonna be stolen again by Fallen. I mean, that's the ult he wants. He wants Skarner ulti every single time. Just impaling his opponents on their own scorpion stingers, I guess. Dragon is coming up in a couple seconds, and when the Young Adrian chunked out, the push looks like it will fizzle out for now. And they're just going to reset, move back to that thing, and take this Cloud Drake without much contest. 22 to 11 in kills here. Lane 0 doubling the kill score of their opponent. 8,000 gold up. Well, close to 7,000. I'm rounding up significantly, but you get the gist. This Skarner, though, took Ashira 1-7. He's had a rough series so far, but one Skarner pull can be big. Can change a game here, but Young Adrian getting to that crazy late game Sivir point, and SWF honestly is not as strong at this point. The Sivir is going to do more damage. They've got more poke with Ezreal and with the Zoe, but team fights I think are now securely for lane 0, unless Klein goes man mode and pops off. But lane 0 is scary. Here comes Klein. He's got a flank position. He could do something crazy here in the back line like he needs to. Klein! He finds a stun here on a Tuller. Tuller gonna flash away though. Fallen found his way here. He's gonna pull back Bezelheim, and down goes Bezelheim. Sab gonna find Tokashiro as well with his ultimate. The CC coming through. Tokashiro, he's dead as well. The Zonion's even gonna save Fallen Artemis. And now SWF stunned up. Oh my goodness. Klein has found Tuller. He's not going to find the kill, though. Stunned up before he can get it. Tuller going to dodge out the fancy footwork. He survives once again. And lane 0, it's 30 minutes this time, but they're poised to end the game. Nope. Okay, never mind then. They're playing it safe. End the game, guys. Suicide onto the Nexus. Okay. They're waiting. They've got a huge advantage, though. I mean, I think they can end this game here. But nope, they're going to play it safe and back off here. 57,000 gold here against 48,000. A sizable lead here, even at this later stage in the game. Young Adrian and go get that Reluff and go back to pick up his last crit item. He's going to pick up another Zeal item, which will mean he has 100% crit now. He's picking up the Static Shiv here. So he's got 100% crit, probably at a Guardian Angel or maybe a QSS or Bloodthirster or something on top of that. Maybe even Storm Razor, but I'd assume it'll be the Guardian Angel or a Lifesteal item of some kind. Baron's spawning again in a minute, and it looks like they're going to wait for that. So, Lane Zero being very cautious today. They are just like... They were not cautious in Game 1, but in Game 2, they're determined not to throw this thing. The Fallen is now 8-0-14 on this Jungle Silas, though, so banning and picking away five junglers. Not exactly working out right now. ReBrand, it's gonna have to take a lot of picks. Like, Skarner's gonna have to find a lot of picks here in order to bring this game back in line. Maybe if they pick off Fallen right now, getting the shutdown, but also denying the jungler for Baron could be huge. But they're already in the pit, and no one is here to contest. Klein is pushing in the bottom lane, but he doesn't have Tiamat. He does not have Tiamat, which is super important. His wave clear is a lot slower, and he's already backing. They're trying to contest, but the Baron's already gone. Tokashiro is too late. Fallen even steals the Skarner ulti, thanks to Tokashiro walking near the pit. And now they can march down mid lane. They don't even have to send someone to push the side lane, I don't think, because they've got super minions in the top lane. They can just push two. They don't have to risk sending someone to the side lane who will die. Predator's available. Flash is available for Tokashiro. But that's not BF! Oh my god, he's already dead. A huge stun from Tooler. And then a big ultimate from the sub. Secure the kill on the AD carry. And now, young Adrian charging forward. Tokashiro flashes in, but he's the one who gets suppressed and goes down! Oh no, Bezalime. Not long for the world either. Going to get taken out by Fallen for his 9th kill of the game. Tooler and Fallen both have 9 kills this game. And, well, that's going to be it. Blind flashes into the backline on young Adrian, but the kiting is good. The stun comes through. Young Adrian survives. And Fallen will end the game with 10 kills. Tooler with 9. That's it. Lane Zero takes the series. Wow, that was... Well, we've got a tiebreaker here. 3 teams tied for first place. Paragon 5, Waste Potential, and Lane Zero BLZ all tied for first place. And I think ReBrand is... Are they out of it? I don't know. Papa Skips may fill us in here, but it's definitely not... If they're not out yet, it's not looking good. So, yeah, I'd assume things not going great for them. But Lane Zero BLZ take it 2-0. Dominating performance in just in time. As I've got to go in a minute here. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. We do have a game. Do we have a game Monday? I'm going to check before I leave and make sure. I'll let you guys know if I know anything. But a fantastic series here. I mean, Lane Zero BLZ, they're ramping up just in time. For playoffs here to try and do what they couldn't do in Season 1 and win this thing. Win the league here, but who knows what'll happen. We still got playoffs to go through and some tiebreakers as well. For each other one, they will be in playoffs. Lane Zero BLZ will be in playoffs, so we get a potential rematch for them. We'll see, but I mean, it's shaping up to be quite a playoff picture here. And Lane Zero BLZ showing that they are not to be messed with. Oh, all games are finished? Okay, ReBrand. I assume ReBrand's out then. I believe ReBrand is out. I think that's it for them. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching, guys. I assume we will have a game next week, though. Or excuse me, I think we have a bye week next week, and then we have games the week after that. So I believe that's it for this week, and then we'll see you guys in a week from now. But yeah, join the Discord, and Fallen will keep you up to date with that. I don't do the scheduling. Fallen does. I just show up when I'm told. But again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys when playoffs start, and I'm certainly excited for that. I think Lestai will be back soon as well, and we're gonna get a few other guys in your casting, so you guys can finally be rid of me. Maybe, I don't know if that'll ever happen, but maybe, just maybe. But thanks, I gotta go. I'll see you guys in playoffs, and GG to both teams. Lane 0 Blizzard takes it 2-0 over ReBrand.